Hi guys, today we are going to have a little bit a closer look at this super interesting BLAVOR solar magnetic wireless power bank. So you can already hear from the title how many features there are here inside. So let's open it and see what we get. So we get this nice instructions manual which describes everything in detail. It comes even with this charging cable, and we get also this carabiner hook which you can use to attach it to backpack or wherever you want it. And then of course the solar power bank itself. It's a really massive one, and it's a good thing to have a massive power bank, because when you're outside and you want to rely on something like that, then it has to be a really nice build, and this is definitely an awesome build, but I'm going to show you everything in detail. And so here we have it again. You can see the charging cable is nice USB-C. This is what we want. The carabiner hook can be used here, so you can just take this out and hook this up and connect it to backpack or your pants or wherever you want it. Really solid connection, and what I really like is the fact that it's centered. Most of these attachments with other power banks you have in the corner, and then you have it somehow strange leaning. Here it's perfectly in the middle. This is what you want. Then you can already see here inside that it starts charging automatically from the solar panel. Of course here inside it's a weak charge, but when you're going outside and have full sun, then we have a strong charge. You can see this really high quality solar panel, but of course it's not intended to be used the whole day. I would not recommend to put it in the sun, especially when it's super hot in the summer and the sun is straight. It could overheat and then damage, of course. You have to be really careful that you don't leave it for too long directly in the sun. Especially don't leave it for the whole day in your car or so. Make sure that it's always well ventilated, especially in the back. Maybe lift it up here that there is some ventilation when you're using it for solar charging. Then here we have the impressive specs. I hope you can read everything. So we have a total capacity of 20,000 milliamps at 3.7 volts. Of course, at 5 volts it will be a little bit lower, but that's pretty normal. Absolutely nothing special. What I like here is that we have lithium polymer battery, because it's more resistant to higher temperatures. This is always what we want when we have a power bank with a solar panel. Then we have wireless charging up to 10 watts. And the maximum output at PD, I think, with 18 watts. And there's even a built-in compass here. Of course, inside it's not properly working because there are too many magnets around, but outside it shouldn't be any problem. Then we have also this light here. When we long press, then it starts working. You can see it's a strong light, and when we press again, it goes into the flashing mode. It's even an automatic SOS, and when we press again, it goes into this strobe mode, and when we press again, it's off. When we just push here short on this button, we see the battery indicator, and the green light indicates that it's charging. Then we have this nice protection. By the way, the protection is really great everywhere. You can see in all the corners, solid, massive protection. This can avoid a lot of damage when you just drop it. So that's the perfect thing for outside. Also this button here, everything nicely protected. And then in the back we have this wireless charger with a strong magnet. So if you have a phone or a phone case which is compatible with these magnets, you can use it. You can see how strong this is. We can even lift up this power bank super easy. It's just a little bit of metal, and the wireless charge is strong and works for all kind of devices. For example, for this smartwatch here you can see, or also for these earbuds. You just put it here and then it starts automatically charging. Or of course a normal phone. You can see the charge confirmation here. And the ports are nicely protected here in the front. What's also super important is that this flap is attached to the housing, so you're not going to lose it. Here we have the two USB-A ports and micro USB and USB-C. The micro USB of course works only as an input as usual. but the USB-C works for input and output. So we can see here it's working as an input. We are charging here the power bank from an external power brick. I mean, actually, it's even charging in two ways at the same time now. You can see the green light, so it's charging from the solar panel and at the same time also charging through USB-C from the external power supply. And so we have 4 different output possibilities in total. The first thing here is the USB-C. It supports PD 3.0 with 18 watts maximum. And then we have 2 times USB-A, and you can see there's a lot of compatibility with Quick Charge 2.0, 3.0 with up to 12 volts. Really huge compatibility here for Quick Charge. Let's also check the second port here, the blue one. And also on the blue one we have Quick Charge 2.0, 3.0 with up to 18 watts powerful charge. And then, of course, as the number 4 output, we have the wireless charge. But of course, these were only protocol testing. So let's test how much power we can get out in real life. So here we are on the USB-A. You can see I have increased the voltage to 12 volts. And we are at 0.8 amps, which is then around 10 watts. But we can increase that. Let's see if we can get these 18 watts here. Yeah, that works easily. You can see the voltage stays perfectly at 12 volts. We have 1.5 amps. We can even try to go a little bit higher, which I don't recommend, but I'm testing this here for you. You can see we can even increase that, and when we increase that too much, it will then reduce the power automatically to keep your power bank safe. This is exactly what we want, so it's also a very safe thing. Has a lot of built-in safety for overheating, overcurrent, overvoltage, all these things. So I have now fully charged and fully discharged this power bank, and so let's see the result. And there's already one really positive thing. When we hit this button, even when the battery is totally empty, it will still turn on. This is a huge safety plus, because a lot of such batteries then are not providing any power anymore. Of course, the reason is to protect the health of the battery inside, but I would say when it comes to such outdoor devices, then it's more important that you can squeeze out a little bit of extra power. Let's say you're out in the woods, your phone battery is empty and you need to squeeze out a little bit of extra energy to make a phone call or so, then that's possible here with this device. Absolutely awesome. Then let's talk about the capacity. As you can see, the total amount in milliamps was 12,830 milliamps, and that's a pretty good value. Of course, it's not the 20,000 milliamps, but I already told you that the 20,000 milliamps, of course, is just inside, and it has to be converted to 5 volts here for the USB, and for the conversion there's also some loss. So as a rule of thumb, everything above 50%, which would be 10,000 milliamps, is a good value, and here we are even way above 50%, so this is definitely a very good result. The only small disadvantage, if any, of this power bank is the light. I mean, we have a strong light, but it's just one. Some of the more expensive power banks, they have 2 lights as a safety precaution. So if you damage one, but I mean, it's not a very weak cover here, but of course there can always be some problems. So of course 2 would be an additional safety. And some have this light in the back, so you can put it flat on the ground and then illuminate the ceiling or tent or whatsoever. But of course we have the wireless charge here in the back, so it's not possible, I guess. And so I can give you full recommendation for this power bank. And so if you're interested, I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description, so you can check it out and order it right from there if you like it. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.